good, people? Satsuki the Savage here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 favorite characters in Hunter x Hunter. Keep in mind, this isn't a top 10 best written Hunter x Hunter characters, alright? These are just characters that I like, characters that I mess with, so if you see some characters on here, you're like, what? Just mind your business, alright? But let's get right into it. Spoiler warning ahead for non-manga readers. Number 10, Kacho. In the midst of a free-for-all deathmatch where the participants are your siblings and you have no practical way to defend yourself, you have Kacho who made the best out of the situation. Despite Kacho being one of the younger princes, she was wise enough to know her limitations and devise a plan to protect her twin sister, Fugetsu. Kacho's best quality was her love for her sister. Although she wasn't too open about it, Kacho cared a great deal for Fugetsu. Kacho sullied her reputation with her own bodyguards just so that they would defect to Fugetsu in the event that something happened to her, and she herself put her life on the line for Fugetsu. Kacho's death hit harder for me than it should have, but in the brief time she had in the manga, she became one of my favorite characters. Number 9, Camilla. If you've been on my channel for a while, you should know that I favor the crazy chicks. Camilla is the poster prince for insanity, as she is partially detached from the real world. Camilla occasionally refers to herself in third person. She believes everyone in the world should think like her, and she thinks that all the other princes should kill themselves to save her the time and effort. Also, Camilla is not afraid to run up on anybody with the blinky. Now, whether that's brave or stupid, I'll let you decide. Either way, it's fun to watch. In addition to that, Camilla has one of my favorite nin abilities in Hunter x Hunter, in name, in appearance, and in effect. Number 8, Ikalgo. A character that didn't even register under my radar my first watch of Hunter x Hunter, Ikalgo is one of the best friends you can have. What Ikalgo showed me in the Chimera Ant art is that when you are a part of his circle, he will be down for you 100%. No questions asked. Also, Ikalgo is one of the bravest souls in the series. He isn't a fighter, nor is he devoid of fear. However, he will put himself in harm's way, all for the sake of the people he can call friends. Number 7, Hisoka. The often misunderstood, mislabeled, bungee gum using magician, Hisoka, a man of many facets. Hisoka has a lot going for him. He puts up some of the best fights in Hunter x Hunter, he's witty, and he's oddly charismatic despite his suspect nature. Hisoka has captivated the hearts of many. I think it boils down to Hisoka being an agent of chaos. He is unpredictable. On one hand, Hisoka can totally derail the plans of our protagonist, and on the other, Hisoka can be the aid to the protagonist. The deciding factor is Hisoka's fickle mood. Another great aspect of Hisoka's character is that he can fit any atmosphere in Hunter x Hunter, comical or serious. Either way, no matter what, Hisoka will enhance any scene that he's in. Number 6, Chrollo. A nigga with a book is more powerful than a nigga with a gun. This is Chrollo in a nutshell. In all seriousness, Chrollo is one of those characters that you only need to see on the surface to discern that he's cool. He has a dope design, he leads the Phantom Troop, and he has a laid-back demeanor. Even without saying much at all, Chrollo maintains his eerie presence, which is a good indication of his villainy. My favorite aspect of Chrollo's character is probably his fearlessness, which he's shown on numerous occasions. Holding his own 10 toes down against Zeno and Silva, shit-talking Kurapika when he was at his mercy, and methodically dismantling Hisoka in their deathmatch. Chrollo is no joke. Number 5, Morel. Morel exemplifies the duality of man. He smokes loud by the pound, and he wants smoke with everybody. Funny enough, I didn't really fuck with Morel initially because in his introduction with Killua, I found him condescending and ignorant, but he proved me wrong as time rolled by. Morel is one of those people who has an intimidating outward appearance, but has a heart made of gold. Through and through, Morel is a bro with a ton of compassion. However, what separates him from any old nice guy is that he knows when to switch that side of himself off. Morel is not naturally heartless, but when the situation demands it, Morel can become as cold as ice. Tack on his patience and his strength to his good qualities, and I think it's easy to see why I love Morel. Number 4,
Bisky. The no-nonsense, tough love type of teachers are one of my favorite archetypes in anime. Teachers like Shota Aizawa, Izumi Curtis, Tagashi's very own Genkai, they all have traits similar to Bisky that I enjoy. Bisky is the kind of teacher to maximize your potential and accept nothing less than 100% effort. Aside from the teacher duty, what's unique about Bisky is that she isn't a quote-unquote quintessential teacher. What I mean by this is that unlike most teachers, Bisky teaches because of her own ambitions to polish raw talent. Bisky didn't want to teach Gon and Killua out of the goodness of her heart, out of obligation, or anything like that. It's because she didn't want to see their talent go to waste, which in my opinion makes her seem like a more fleshed out character past her master role. The little parts of Bisky's character, like her outwards appearance being that of a lolly, but her actually being this super muscular behemoth of a woman, or her having a thirst for Hisoka, are what made Bisky stand out especially. Number 3. Killua. There is too much delight from Killua, but I'll try to keep it as short as I can. There are the meathead-esque qualities to appreciate from Killua, like him having these dope lightning powers or him occasionally going assassin mode. For me though, I always felt like Killua was one of the most complete characters with a multitude of layers. He's strong, he's smart, he's funny, he's likable, but he has flaws that are addressed and make him feel grounded in the world of Hunter x Hunter. My favorite component of Killua though is his knack for being a friend. Killua has absolutely lived up to being Gon's best friend. He's always pulling his weight in that relationship. Another thing that's brushed off with Killua is his ability to be such a great friend despite his horrible upbringing. Think about the time we saw Killua being tortured by his own brother Miluki, but him shrugging it off. While it may seem like a funny scene at face value, we had to understand how much Killua had to endure to treat torture like it was the norm. You would think Killua would never be positive about anything, but he pushes forward despite everything he's been through. Number 2. Meruem. I don't think I could do Meruem justice with minimal time, but I think most people value Meruem's growth, so I'll start there. Think about how Meruem made his debut. Literally from the womb, he was on some savage shit. Forcing himself, willing himself prematurely out of his mother, killing innocent children, organizing the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people. Meruem was a threat to humanity as he was the pinnacle of strength. However, when that snot-nosed Stevie Wonder ass girl pulled up and started spanking that ass, he started developing more human emotions, frustration from losing, excitement from a real challenge, and love for his competitor. Think about that shit for a second. Meruem never won one single game of Gunki. Komugi was literally obliterating this nigga, but he fell in love with her on some Stockholm Syndrome shit. But seriously, what I truly love from Meruem though is that despite his change post Komugi, he didn't stray too far from his core of being a villain. A common criticism of Meruem that I hear is that he became good and redeemed in the end, which is false. Yes, Meruem garnered sympathy from the characters in the series and from the audience towards the end of his life, but he did not redeem himself. Meruem himself admitted that he would continue killing humans, where his stance changed was that he realized some humans are worth keeping alive, but ultimately he remained a villain to the end. So, for all of the reasons I already stated, Meruem is one of my favorite villains on a broad scale. Number 1. Kurapika. The York-New art was all that I needed to solidify Kurapika as my favorite character, but after this ongoing Secession War art, I don't think anyone will usurp Kurapika. One of the most balanced characters in the entire series, powerful, strong-willed, super intelligent. Kurapika is a character that I'm glad we are following currently in the manga. The best aspect of Kurapika is his contradicting nature. At his core, Kurapika is someone who is righteous and has a high moral code, but he will walk down a dark path for the sake of avenging his brethren. When it comes to Kurapika's true personality and his obsession obsession over vengeance, it's always interesting to see those two sides of himself clash. Also, Kurapika's story as a Kurta and him wanting to retrieve the eyes of his clan is one of my favorite plot lines in the series. So Kurapika is my most favorite, and I hope we continue to follow him in this current arc.
Alright people, that is pretty much it for my list. Let me know some of your favorite characters in Hunter x Hunter. But guys, that is it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. Satsuki the Savage, out.